Hello guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. So today's reading, what is going on in July? But before we get into this video, I wanted to share something because I found it really funny and I just found it quite interesting. Okay, so just bear with me. But this is also kind of like a public service announcement to all of the people who are watching my readings, okay? So not everything is going to resonate in these readings. This is not like a personalized reading, okay? I'm not like reading your spirit, okay? I'm reading a collective of energies, okay? I'm picking up what the spirits are giving me, okay? So just keep that in mind. You know, some of you guys just don't know. I guess some people don't know how like pick a cards work, but like I thought this was like general knowledge that like not everything is gonna, you know, be perfect, 100% accurate, you know what I mean? So, you know, I woke up this morning and, you know, I look at my comments section. I'm like, okay, let me just see if there's any new comments on my Lineage Vampires video, okay? So I click on comments and there's just this one person who has like a running commentary of my reading, just like in the comments section. And like, I guess they're just like dissatisfied with it because obviously the pile doesn't resonate. So like, they're just getting all like snappy with me. And one of the comments was like, okay, you're not reading the cards right. You're not listening to the cards. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. I've been reading tarot for years now. I know what the cards are saying. Like, don't tell me that I'm not listening to cards, because me and my cards are like, we are tied down, we are locked in together. So don't tell me, like, they know, they know. My cards know that we're locked in together. Don't you dare. Don't you dare, okay? You're going to me for advice. You do realize that. Like, if you are so sure of your tarot abilities and you're so sure that I'm not reading the cards correctly, then you get a deck of cards, easy peasy, on Amazon, you know, $10 if you will, and start reading it yourself. Like, you know, ask the question yourself, because it seems that this person had their own deck, you know what I mean? To sit up here and tell me like, oh, you're wrong about the page wands or whatever the hell it was. Or sorry, the page of swords, I think. But I'm like, listen, like, and I'm just like sharing this because this is just like funny to me. I'm just saying, like, if you know that I'm reading it wrong, even though I've been reading tarot for years now, if you think that I'm reading it wrong, then it just isn't your pile. Or, you know, you can get your own deck and read it for yourself. Like, I don't understand, you know, wasting your time. But it's like, here's the thing, you know, it's engagement, so I'm not complaining, but it's just like, guys, not everything is going to resonate. These are like general little messages. Like, it's not going to be 100% perfect, okay? So there's like no need to get aggressive with me. I notice people do that in the comment sections. Some people just get like really weird or just be like fiending for my attention. Like, I'm here. You don't have to spam the comment section. Like, I can read your comments, like, chill, okay? So anyways, I'm sorry. That was just like a long little story. But there's 3 piles to select from, or 3 cards. We have the Word, the Spring, and Harpy Eagle, okay? So the Word, the Spring, Harpy Eagle. Whichever one looks like it's yours, might be yours, and I'll see you in the reading. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. So, what's going on in July? I don't know if you guys can tell, I just woke up, so, you know, I decided to film the piles, like, the next day. So anyways, overall energy, we have the Word. So, in July, you know, I feel like the overall theme is about your story. It's about, you know, I guess, like, the challenges that you've been through and how inspirational and empowering those challenges can be for others. It's time to write down the story of your life, the synchronicities that you're also seeing. It's time to keep track of those. I just feel like you sharing who you are as a person, you sharing you sharing everything that has happened can be healing for other people. And you may not even be aware of that, but I feel like it's an important part of your life, especially if like you've gone through a lot of, you know, spiritual things, spiritual events. It would be really important to share your story in July. Also, like, if you write stories, generally speaking, it's time to start like getting those out there. If you're an author, you know, screenplay writer, even if you write poetry, it's time to start sharing that, you know, with the public, because the things that you write are very important, you know, especially if you write stories. Like, I feel like your stories are reflections of the ancients, of things that have happened in the past, or things that are happening in worlds that we cannot see. And I feel like there's some type of occult wisdom that's within your stories, your personal story, and maybe even the fictional stories that you write. There's a lot of occult wisdom that's in it that's very important to be shared. But generally speaking, it's time to like start sharing who you are in July. It's time to open up about who it is that you are. And it's time to be heard. Because a lot of you guys are very quiet, you know, you silence your voice, but it's time to be heard this July, okay? Your stories will help more people than you know. So let's get into the message. All right. Let's pull our two dreamscape cards. We have Sun Bear and we have Octopus. So with the Sun Bear, that's like illumination, okay? Especially because we see the sun, okay? Your words heal. I feel like this month you're going to be like really tapping into like your healing abilities. I feel like you're here to like heal other people on this earth. You're here to like spread your spiritual wisdom. And I feel like the things that you say could change people's lives. I really do feel that. So yeah, it's time for you to illuminate some type of occult truth in July. And that's your occult truth. That's the things that you've learned. And it's time to start like teaching others, helping others, discover who they are as a witch. Yeah, generally speaking, I feel like it could also be on like social media, like making like maybe a TikTok or like an Instagram. Just allowing yourself to be seen, okay? Especially because, like I said, we have the sun, that's illumination, you know, illuminating the truth about everything that's happened. If you are a survivor, if you feel comfortable, come forward with a story, because I feel like a lot of people could really relate to what you're saying. Like if you're comfortable and you're safe to do that, I feel like the words that you have to give could really bring some type of peace to somebody out there. But I just genuinely feel like you guys have gone through so many challenges in your life. You know, you've dealt with a lot of, I guess, messed up people. If this isn't resonating, this isn't your bio. I just have to say that. But like, you know, you've dealt with like a lot of people that have treated you terribly, I feel. And you guys have been able to overcome a lot of that. And I feel like in July, like you're going to be reflecting on that a little bit. And it's going to bring some type of healing when you like share your voice, because I feel like maybe some of the trauma that you've undergone in this lifetime has been, you know, it's had to deal with like sharing your voice and being who you are. So yeah, I feel like it's time to share your voice and it's time to be seen, okay? And with the octopus, like, you know, the spirits are telling you to set aside some time to share your story, and make sure that you're pursuing your soul's calling as much as you are paying the bills, okay? So like, yeah, you can go to work, you can pay the bills, you can do what you got to do. It's not that you just have to focus on like opening up in July, but like just make sure that you have the time to do so, okay? Multitask, and make sure that you are being heard and seen this month, because I feel like that could bring some type of liberation to you guys. It's bringing liberation to your soul. It's a part of your purpose, okay? So let's get into the tarot. We have the Lovers. We have 5 of Wands. We have Queen of Cups. And we have Ace of Swords. Okay. So yeah, I genuinely feel with the Ace of Swords, you should pursue this writing project, okay? I feel like in July, like this is going to be a really great time to start a lot of new projects, start a lot of new endeavors and adventures. I think I'm like messing up, stuttering. It's time to like pursue like a lot of new projects this month, okay? Because I feel like they're going to be very prosperous. They're going to turn out well. Okay, this is just the perfect timing to do that. Okay, there's something just about the heat in the summer months. I feel like maybe you guys are a summer baby, so this is just like, your prime time, or you're just like a fire sign, so like this is just a really good time for you to like pursue it's a really good time for you to pursue any projects that could take long, any projects that you've been putting off. I feel like it's a good time to do that. Share your thoughts. Your feelings will be received well this month, okay? Heal the throat chakra, especially with the Queen of Cups. It's time to start healing your throat chakra and saying what you have to say in July. Because if you don't, like, you're only pushing yourself back, So it's time to address the throat chakra and heal that by speaking your truth and saying what you have to say. The Five of Wands really highlights, the past conflicts that you've been in, and it highlights, why am I stuttering so much? It highlights all of those events that you've experienced with other people, especially if they were traumatic. I feel like, okay, first and foremost, like, if you're concerned that something's gonna pop off in July, I don't think it will. But I just think that, like, these events that happen to you can be a tool to help heal others. I feel like I've said this like 70 times during this reading, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like just the biggest important energy this month is to really heal others, okay? The love that you have to share with other people is going to change the world. The things that you have to say are going to change the world, okay? So trust yourself. Trust who you are. I feel like some of you guys need to start being more like confident in who it is that you are and start understanding how much of a big deal you are as a person. Okay, because you're divinely here for a reason. You have a mission. You're on this earth to do what you got to do, okay? So trust yourself, love yourself this month. Make some time to like prioritize some self-care, okay? Especially with the octopus, because like I said, like there's going to be quite a bit of some multitasking going on in July. You're going to have a lot of things on your plate, but just make time for yourself, make time for your story, and just make sure that you're not like overloading yourself with work, because I feel like some of you guys like to do that. You like to work, and that's fine. But just make sure you're not like overloading yourself, because I feel you guys have a tendency to do that. But yeah, with the Five of Wands, it's time to like highlight those conflicts that you've experienced in the past, and also kind of like see the deeper meaning within some of these events that you've experienced. I know that especially if it comes down to like spiritual awakening, there's probably some things that you missed. So like in July, I feel like you're going to uncover some of the things that you didn't see during those awakenings that you experienced, okay? So make sure that you're writing down your synchronicities, because there's a lot of synchronicities that are coming in from your spirit guides, okay? Especially numerical sequences. And also like go to the beach more often, especially since it's like hot outside, it's summer. Go to the beach, collect seashells, put it on your altar. Just connect with the water, because the projects that you are tending to at this current point in time, the writing projects, the projects that come down to like your healing, sharing your truth, those are all emotional things, okay? So time to connect with the water, and time to be the water element and let things flow out, okay? Like let your truth flow, let it be seen, let it be heard, okay? So I'm going to pull the Oracle. We have Arcturians. I love the Arcturians. We have Alpha Centaurians. We have Vegans. And Kabbalah Tree of Life. So you guys have the Tree of Life. Like that is literally spiritual mastery, knowledge, okay? I feel like obviously it's coming back to your spiritual awakening. All right, maybe you're going to go through another one while you're uncovering more of your truth in July. Like you might experience another spiritual awakening this July. But either way, all of the spiritual events that you have experienced throughout your life, it's time to like start writing them down or just looking back at what it is that you learned. Because within that, there is so much that like maybe you missed, or some events that just have a deeper, oops, okay, sorry. I'm like burping. Some events that have a deeper meaning than what you have saw, than what you have seen. That's the right word for it. And also, like, with the Tree of Life, I feel like you guys are a teacher of some sort, maybe a school teacher, but I'm like referencing, I'm I'm referencing more of like a spiritual teacher. Like, you know, you're an occultist. You teach other people about like their gifts, their powers. So in July, you're going to be awakening a lot of people yourself, okay? Like you're a bringer of awakening. And illuminate. Okay, stand out, especially with the Arcturian's card. Stop playing it safe. Stop hiding it safe to be you. Yeah, there's spiritual gifts that are heightening. Okay, especially with like Alpha Centaurians. I feel like you guys' third eye is opening. Okay, especially since you're getting a lot of spiritual signs. Your gifts will be heightening in July. You're going to be more connected with the spirits this month. And I do feel like it has something to do with the heat, with like the summer months, okay? I really do feel like you guys thrive the most during the summer. So I feel like that's why like you're going to be really aligned with the spirits, with the spiritual realm, if you will, okay? With vegans, okay? Yeah, there's a lot of like, just like healing energy flowing towards you, especially from the spirits, okay? Like you're going to be at peace. You're going to be relaxed this July. You share your truth, I feel like it brings peace. You guys like to talk, but you've had to like silence yourself. But that's not going to happen this July, okay? Because you divinely have to come forward. It is just a part of the story. It's a part of the mission at this point in time, okay? So let's just get into the keywords and wrap this up, okay? We have understanding. Commats. We have initiation. And witness. Okay, so witness initiation. You're witnessing your own initiation. So you're going through another spiritual awakening in July that comes with sharing your truth. Kabbalah Tree of Life. I know this might be personal, but I feel like I should share it. When it was my birthday last year in 2024, I decided to come out to my parents, which is kind of insane. I understand that some people were like, the timing. But I really had no other choice because my parents like pretend to be busy. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that they are, but I'm just saying like I feel like it's kind of like a pretending thing, so they just don't have to like hear it. Don't have to hear like what everyone's going through and things like that. So I was like, I have no other choice but to like come out on my birthday. So what I did is I made a video, okay? Because I'm a creative, you know what I mean? So when I gotta say shit, I make a video. So I made a video, you know, I gathered a bunch of clips. I had a whole entire voiceover. I really wish I could share parts of it, but we're not going to do that today. So I made a whole entire like video coming out and just kind of expressing my truth and expressing how I felt about my sexuality. You know, I shared it on my birthday. And I felt like that was a perfect way to come forward about my truth. You know what I mean? I feel like you guys can be really creative about how, especially if like it pertains to social media, you can be really creative with how it is that you express yourself. But anyways, what I was trying to get at with the whole entire sharing of that coming out video was that it initiated me. Like that video initiated me into my next spiritual awakening. If I never made that video, I don't think this tarot channel would exist. You know what I mean? I've been doing tarot channel. I've been doing tarot, you know, before I even made this channel. So it's not like I just started doing tarot, but I'm saying like I just don't think this channel, generally speaking, would exist if I never came out of the closet. Like, I feel like it was perfect timing. And I mean, it was weird in the moment, but the things that happened afterwards confirmed that the decision was completely 100% correct. Okay. So I feel like you expressing your truth, just like how I did with my video, it's initiating you into your next spiritual awakening. It's going to unlock the door this July into the next level as an occultist, okay? Because you guys are an occultist, okay? You're meant to teach, okay? So witness the initiation, witness this awakening, all right? Because it is happening. Understand all the things that happen to you. Understand all the synchronicities, okay? Look into them because you will find out what they mean, okay? Kemet, so maybe Kemetic teachings from Egypt that are going to be very important to you in July. Maybe connecting with some Egyptian deities. I thought of Bastet first, okay? So maybe getting connected with her because there's maybe some significance with cats in your life. I love cats. But getting connected with her because she has a lot of knowledge and wisdom to give to you. Okay, so I feel like that's it. I feel like that's pretty much it for this reading. If you love this reading, feel free to subscribe and like the video. Feel free to donate to my throne wish list and purchase me another deck because I love getting new decks on this channel. Okay, I love them. And I'll see you very soon. Take care and goodbye. Hello, group number 2. Welcome to your reading. So what is going on in July for you guys? Okay, you selected the spring. Look how beautiful that card is. So you selected the spring. Let's get into the reading. So I feel like this month is going to be like the month where you heal after the struggle. Like, I feel like if you guys like went through a really like hard time, just like a lot of tough stuff going on, this is going to be like the month where everything gets better. So if this is not resonating with you, then this is just not your message. But anyways, so I feel like this is going to be the month where like everything just gets better after the struggle. You know what I mean? You're recovering. Okay, so this is your recovery month. This is your healing and restoration month. Okay, so things are getting better is what I'm seeing. Okay, like everything is just aligning. Everything's aligning. Everything is fixing itself, and everything that has been damaged is being repaired this month. Okay, I feel like also even every like anything stolen, like stolen energy, you know, it's being replenished this month. And I feel like maybe like even for some, you guys were sick last month or dealt with a sickness that just kind of like pushed you off course. This could be physical or spiritual, and that is being taken care of this month. Like it's not going to be here, and you're recovering from that as well. Okay, so that's for some, the spiritual sickness thing. Maybe honestly just like the stress that you've been facing is enough to kind of make you feel a little sick. Okay, there's a lot of stressful stuff that was going on, maybe for these past months, or maybe this past month, but everything is like fixing itself, everything is aligning, and yeah, you're going to be recovering, you're going to be healing, and things are going to be getting better in July. Okay, so let's get into the message for real. All right, we have the light. And we have the scales. So let's start with the scales, because I feel like the scales is going to be like a little bit of a defining thing for this reading. Okay, sorry for the stuttering. I just can't help it. Anyways, so maybe I should just like calm down, slow down, just kind of think through what I'm trying to say, so I don't stutter. Okay. So anyways, people who hurt you will be served justice this month, okay? So you're leaving situations that don't serve you anymore. You're ending toxic relationships this month. I also feel like some of you guys are getting resources from your city. So that's for some, not for all. There's some help that's on the way right now. But I feel like the overall energy of July is like justice. Like people who wronged you are being served right now. This could also be like a real court case. Like I feel like if you have a court case of some sort that's going on, things are looking up. Things are getting better in July. I feel like you're gonna win. But I feel like overall, like, there's been some people who've been like, playing around. And this could also be like spiritual, but I don't really pick up on that mainly. I feel like this is more physical, you know what I mean? But there's been some people that have been playing around, all right? And justice is being served with the scales, okay? Things are fixing, itself. I feel like I've said that like several times. Things are being fixed right now. So anything that like went crazy, went awry, like it is being taken care of, okay? With the light card, you're on the right path, okay? So July, like you're in alignment. July is just going to show you that, you know what I mean? You're going to be experiencing a lot of prosperity, a lot of like renewal, okay? Just the universe is giving you signs that everything is okay. Everything is working out exactly how it's supposed to be. All right. The universe is helping you and you have a lot of like divine support. Like you have spirit guides, angels, demons, whoever, whatever, they're all taking care of you. Okay. Ancestors. I feel like maybe there's like an older woman that's helping you out right now. Like when I was looking over the cards, like I felt like there was maybe like an older lady that's taking care of you. Okay. So that could be like maybe an ancestor, like a grandmother. I feel like it was a grandmother. So maybe a grandmother is coming in to help you, or somebody who just like has that type of like grandmother vibe. You know what I mean? That type of like just that wisdom, but like that motherly love. Okay. So I feel like someone's taking care of you with that. Like for some, like maybe they are like, I do feel like there's just this big message about like getting help from the city. So this person like works alongside like, your local government. But I just like, I feel like there's an older lady that's coming to help you. Okay. And she's a spiritual healer maybe. I just feel like there's an archetype of that going on. Okay. So, but let's get into the tarot cards. Okay. We'll get into it very soon. Okay. We have Two of Cups. So yeah, this is confirmation that there's just help. Okay. There's a lot of like protection too. Page of Pentacles. Okay, things are getting done in July. Eight of Wands. And we have Page of Wands. Okay, I feel like I need to move this over a little. So yeah, things are getting done in July, okay? Things are moving. Okay, if you've been feeling very stagnant, you will no longer feel stagnant this month, okay? Like things are going to be moving along. So if there's anything that like was paused and you were angered by that, it is resuming and everything is coming together. Like everything is starting to fall into place. The pieces of the puzzle are clicking this month. Two of Cups. I also feel like that's like your spirit guides. I think I mentioned that, your spiritual team. They're really taking care of you this month. Okay. In July, you're going to be really connected with the spirits, okay? Maybe you're going to meet a new spirit guide, or there's going to be a revelation that you'll discover at your altar or while you're doing a reading for some. But I also kind of feel like with the Two of Cups, yeah, I think I said that with the deity. Someone's coming in to help you. You don't know this person yet. So it could be the grandmother energy I'm picking up on. Hecate, that's what I thought of first. So maybe her, or like Ocean, that's what I also thought of. Hecate and Ocean. But it could also be someone physical. Maybe it's like two people. Someone physically coming in that represents that type of like, that crone energy, that master witch energy. And then also maybe a spirit or deity of some sort that you maybe feel called to work with, okay? But I feel like Hecate energy very strong in this reading. So the person that's coming in has that type of like archetype. Or it could just be her, generally speaking, So someone's coming in to help you, okay? And it's definitely a woman. I feel like female energy. And yeah, it could be a spiritual healer of some sort. I feel like they work in they work in the justice system. Like they have a very, I guess, intense passion about serving justice, right? Or we'll just be participating in like serving the justice that needs to be served. You know what I mean? At this current point in time, okay? They're going to put some pieces of the puzzle in place. So there's divine ambition this month. Yeah, things are moving along. Okay, like I said, like if you've been feeling very stagnant, things are really moving in July, and I feel like there's also like a healing, like something that's growing back, like maybe hair that's growing back. For some, that yes, some people have hair that's finally growing back. I feel that's like a really niche message. Something's just like regenerating. Things are regenerating in your body. Maybe like the energy that you lost, there's regeneration with that. Maybe there was like a part of like your aura that was like chipped. Like that's what I imagined. And it's just fixing itself. It's mending. It'd be wise to really like meditate and find a safe space for yourself in July. Because generally speaking, it can help you throughout your life. When things get tough, like you can go to this safe space and remove that energy. So I feel meditation, like imagining the stressful energy disappearing from you. But it could also, meditation doesn't have to be just like sitting down and closing your eyes and like humming or listening to a frequency. It can also be like participating in art, creating things just in silence. That's also like a form of meditation. So yeah, there's a restoration in energy and like things are just getting better, okay? Especially with the Eight of Wands, like there was some tough stuff that was going on this year and things are really looking up. So just have hope. And don't be afraid of these changes. Like I feel like some of you guys want to run away because it's just getting hard. You know, you're feeling like this is just like, this is not, I guess maybe like the stress is getting to some of you guys. Don't run away. Let everything like fix itself. Like don't back down. And don't give up. Like you guys are ready to give up. Don't be afraid of the help that's also coming in. Like some of you guys are afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid because it's something that you should do. But yeah, don't back down. That's like probably the biggest energy overall. Don't back down with what's going on, okay? Because there's a lot of help that's coming in. There's help on the way, okay? So let's get into the oracle. We have Mama Jumbo. Oops, that's a little far off the screen. Aunt Nancy. Ayazan. And Queen Mother Nanny. I feel like I should move the cards over because this doesn't look right. So there's miracles. You're aligning with blessings this month, okay? Believe in miracles. Believe in that everything will work out because you're gonna be shown that, okay? The universe is gonna show you that everything is going to work out this month. Okay? Someone betrayed you. Someone made you feel just like there was disbelief that someone close to you could act that way. Maybe that's what like this court case is about. Like it has some type of betrayal in it. But the court case is for some. Like I don't feel like that's the biggest thing in the world. But I do feel like there was some betrayal that happened with someone close to you. And it's going to be fixing. There's going to be a fix this month to that. I feel like maybe the fix comes with healing. You're going to heal from what happened. But also the fix can be like the universe is taking care of it. You know what I mean? Like they'll be fixed. Okay. So I feel like that's one of the messages. But shine bright this month. Okay. Because there's blessings that are showering down on you. There's liberation that's coming. All right. Like you're finally being freed from this situation that has been like just going crazy. And it's also just very important to prioritize liberation. It's important to prioritize your freedom and put that first in everything that happens in your life, right? Make sure that you are constantly always feeling like the choices that are being made in your life are for you and not anybody else. Because I feel like you guys have had to put like a lot of the things that you've wanted to do on the back burner because you want to help people, because you want to give, and you never give to yourself. So it's time to liberate yourself from people who are draining you. And it's time to liberate yourself from being a slave, because you're enslaving yourself when you're constantly giving and never getting back. So there's going to be a lot of liberation this month, and things are just looking up. All right, let's end this off with the keywords. We have home, gathering. Okay, what I thought of like ancestors gathering, family gathering at home, trees. Okay, I'm trying to straighten this card. Trees, and do not turn back, go forward. Don't run away from the change. Don't run away from all the amazing progress that you made, okay? Because you're going to want to feel like that. But don't, okay? Don't turn back. Some of you guys don't go back home because you're only going to stress yourself out. Some of you guys are thinking about going back home because things are getting hard. Don't do that, because it's only going to make things worse. I feel like someone's going to be like, I told you so. And it's just going to spiral. So some of you guys don't need to go back home, or you just don't need to always talk to like people at home about everything. Because some people just like to be in your business, like to talk about you. So don't go back home, or just like, and it doesn't even have to be like your home. Like maybe some of you guys moved away from like the state or like country or wherever city that you were living in. Don't go back to that, because it's only going to suffocate you. Okay. And I feel like that's a message, but just don't turn back. Like don't turn back on your progress, because you've made a lot, and you're going to want to feel the need to do that, but don't. Okay. Also with home, maybe there's like a repair going on with the home. Okay, I thought about like the home being repaired, like a fixer-upper or something like that, a renovation going on. But it could also be like a renovation with like, your family relationships, like so things are fixing. Just fixing is the biggest word, okay, for this reading. Things are being repaired. So maybe there's something going on with that. Okay, gathering. So there's a lot of spirits that are gathering around you, family gathering around you, trees. I feel like the trees, family tree, ancestors gathering to help you with what is happening in July. So that's what I feel the reading is saying, okay? That's what's going on in July for you guys, okay? If you like this reading, click the subscribe button, click the like button, let me know in the comments, okay? And feel free to donate me a deck from my throne wish list. I love having new decks on the channel. It's very fun. And I'll see you very soon. Take care and goodbye. Hello, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. So what's going on in July? Overall energy of July, Harpy Eagle. Very beautiful. You know, I thought of Ra. And I know Ra isn't an eagle, but I'm just saying, like, I thought of him. Especially since I felt called to use my Egyptian oracle deck. I really think there's like some type of significance with birds in your life, okay? And mainly Ra. So, and also like the symbolism of his missing eye. Maybe it's like there's something to do with your third eye and the visions that you are seeing this month. You're going to be seeing a lot of visions, is mainly what I'm getting from the get-go, okay? So that's just straight off the bats with what I could say, but overall with the Harpy Eagle card, It asks you to take a look at your life. All right, what change do you want to see? Because I feel like you guys have been in the same place for a hot minute and you're getting a little bit restless, okay? So in July, it's going to be time to switch up, okay? It's going to be time to move things along and start changing. And it's going to happen whether you like it or not. But I feel like for the most part, you guys are consenting to this change. Like, this is something that you guys want anyways. So the universe is going to be showing you where you need to go, okay? Especially with your third eye, okay? Since I picked up on third eye energy, you're going to be getting a lot of visions about what you need to do, where you need to go. Don't feel restricted in July. Because like with birds, they can fly wherever the hell they want, you know what I mean? So just understand that like you can fly wherever you want to. You can go wherever you want to in July. All right? You can do anything with your life. Anything is possible, okay? I thought of Barbie. Anything is possible. Like with Barbie, it's like she can be whoever she wants to be. Like she has several different careers. That's the same thing with your life. Your life is going to take you in all different types of directions. You can do whatever is calling to you. Just listen to your heart, okay? And have hope and believe in yourself, okay? So I feel like that's a really big theme in July, just believing yourself, having hope for the future, and just allowing the world to take you where you need to go. Like releasing the fear of not doing enough. Because I feel like this like fear of you guys like just not doing anything, like it can be easily eradicated. You just have to like reflect, what is it that you're wanting with your life, okay? So that's going to be a big theme for July, okay? But just understand that like you're free like a bird. You can fly wherever you want to go, okay? Just listen to your third eye because it's guiding you on how to get there. So let's get into the cards. We have balance, okay? And we have the serpent. I love the serpent card. Like, take a look. It's very beautiful. I love snakes. Okay. So, what are the spirits saying for July? Okay, with balance, it's time to like slow down for a moment and see the picture that the universe is showing you, okay? So before you start flying and getting on with like your life, you gotta balance. Because you guys are aloof. So freeze and see the picture of what is calling to you, okay? Because we mentioned the third eye. It's being shown in your third eye. And with a serpent, it's like, stop pursuing things that aren't working. Okay, like if you know that you don't want to do it, if you know that like it's just making you feel sick, because that's what I'm thinking, like some of you guys feel sick with whatever it is you're doing, like you're sick of it, but some of you guys also feel physically ill from it. So just stop doing it because it obviously isn't working. Like you know it isn't, your spirit's telling you to stop. Stop doing it, okay? Try something new. Because in July, you're gonna have opportunities to kind of like figure out who you are and experiment. Align yourself with your greater power. Because that's the power of the serpent. I feel like the serpent is literally the power that is slumbered inside us. Align with that power that you have been letting sleep. Align with that power because, I mean, it's just like it's not doing anything. And obviously you guys are really looking for a change this July. Also stop playing weak because some of you guys, like, you know, you shrink your power for others. Stop doing that because in July, that's a no-go. All right. And I feel like there's also a world of magic that is opening up. Okay. Maybe you guys need to open the path you want to go down with your magic wand. Okay, so go to your altar, do some witchcraft. Because anything is possible with manifestation, okay? I feel like there's also like a product. I feel like the dreams that you have will be a product of your manifestation, okay? You have to start putting that energy towards manifesting what you want. And you can't just like expect it to come like if you don't put any energy towards actually making it happen. You know what I mean? Like I said, some of you guys are gonna be like, well, I don't know how to even get it started. But just like honestly starting and like writing the affirmations and making your little dream boards and mood boards is a great place to start. Then the universe starts to unfold the path you need to go down to get to that place you're trying to get to. All right? Does it make sense? Let's get into the tarot. Because I'm yapping. All right, we have 10 of Wands. Queen of Swords. Okay. What the hell? Hey. Whatever, it's not gonna be straight. But neither am I. Okay, we have Knight of Pentacles. And the Devil. Sorry, I felt disturbed. Okay, I still feel kind of disturbed because it's just like not the way I want to be. Okay, whatever. So. So the 10 of Wands. That's obviously representative of like a lot of stress, like a heavy load, a burden. See how you can lighten your load. Try to figure out how you can cut down overexhaustion. Let go of things that obviously aren't moving. Like I said at the beginning of this reading, like let go of the things that just aren't working. Okay, because some of you guys are holding on to it and you're like pulling it along and it's just not going to work in July. Okay, so let go of the things that just aren't working right now because it's stressing you out. Okay, remove all the toxins in your life. Okay, with the Queen of Swords, assess the things that are really holding you back in life. Okay, and remove them swiftly. Because you have a vision of what you want. You're supposed to be thriving and balling in this lifetime, okay? And you're tying yourself down to things that just like literally aren't going anywhere. Okay, it's time to let go of that. Okay, because some of you guys feel like you can't, but you can. Okay, there's always a way. There's always an exit. That's what I believe. You know what I mean? Like I feel like there's always an exit in life. I feel like the Knight of Pentacles, like I feel like when you start to like really focus on what it is that like you're wanting, like if you just put your manifestation in your mind and claim it, like I think that there's going to be some type of like wealth that allows you to go towards what it is that you're wanting. Okay. But yeah, I feel like in July there's like some new money coming in because like you're going to be aligning with your purpose. You're going to be listening to your intuition. And you're going to be letting go of what is not serving you. That's why there's going to be like a new like wave of abundance because there's no energy blocking your abundance. There's no energy that's blocking it from coming in. And become the devil. And what I mean by that is like be strict about who and what is taking up your time in July. Because there's some people that just got to go. Okay? There's some people that just aren't going to cut it this July. So let go of those people and increase your self-love this July with like the devil. Like increase your pride in who you are. Like start feeling like confident about like yourself and your manifestations, your abilities, because like you guys are witches. So you can make anything you want to happen. You just have to really like believe in yourself. Okay. But you have to have authority over your life. You have to start taking control of your life and stop letting it go. Because you're starting to let go because there's just so much that's going on. There's so much stress. But take a moment to center. Think about what it is that you're wanting. Come back to like your purpose. What was I chasing after in the first place? Because I don't remember. And then start like thinking about those things and how you can conquer it. Conquer them. Conquer it. Okay, let's get into the oracle cards, okay? We have happy renewal. And we have a mutt, devastation. Okay, I feel like this is like the tower card. But as you guys all know, like I say on this channel, I never think of the tower as a negative card. Like that's kind of like a baby thing to do. That's for babies, okay? We don't think of the tower as a negative card. We think of it as great change coming to shake the world. All right? So let's hop into the oracles. So you got resources that are coming up in July. Didn't I say that? I said money. Yeah, there's some type of resources that are coming in July. Also, just remember that everything that you need can be found within you. That's what I'm saying. It all starts within. You gotta have the hope. You gotta have the confidence. You gotta claim it mentally. And then you start seeing what it is that you want physically. Okay? Devastation. So things are like, there's a flattening. Okay? Like a leveling of things that just like are not working. So even if like you're like, oh, I'll take care of it later, I'll stop doing this later, like it's gonna happen regardless. Okay, so there's a renewal energy that comes with this. Okay, there's things that are, your energy is being replenished this July. You're also like, maybe because I talked about the devil and having pride in yourself, you're also maybe like just becoming fortified in your self-concept. Maybe that's also something that's like really like going to be important in July. The self-concept. Being the person that you want to be. So everything can be found within. Okay, that's like one of the biggest pictures that you need to understand this July. And also like start acting on the projects that you want to act on. You know, you might be like, I just don't know. I don't know how to do it. You got spirits that are guiding you. You got spirits that can see. You got resources coming in this July. But you have to be confident. You can't be in that energy of like being scared and fearing and having like this mindset where like, oh, things can go wrong. I don't know. Like, just relax. Hold that vision. Because like a bird, you can go wherever the hell you want to go. You can do whatever the hell you want to do. You know what I mean? You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. All right. So I also feel like coming back to the whole entire raw thing, it's like, there's just like, maybe it's like also understanding your position as Pharaoh in your life. You can choose what it is that you want for yourself. Think of yourself as royalty. And guess what you're going to receive in return? You're going to receive people who treat you like royalty. You know, you're going to receive the things that come with royalty. So it's just about the mindset, really, in July. Like, it's just about changing your mindset because there needs to be an overhaul. Okay? So let's get into like the keywords and then wrap up this reading. You know what I mean? We got many options. Okay, so there's many options available for you right now. Oh my god, guys, I completely forgot I pulled this card. Seeing things. They are real. What did I say about raw? Okay? Like, I've been talking about like seeing things throughout this whole entire reading. We have Monday or the moon. And we have arrival. Okay, so, oh my god, you guys, your manifestations, they're arriving. Maybe like visualizing them is just a great way to bring them about. Okay, like meditating, visualizing the things that you want can bring them about. There's many options available to you with how you can like bring your manifestations in. Like, there's many options. Okay, there's many places you can go. There's paths, doors that are opening. But you, like I said, you have to have the mindset. Okay, there's manifestations that are going to be arriving in July, but you have to claim them. You have to conquer them. Okay, you're seeing visions of these manifestations, maybe imagining the manifestations are going to bring them in. Also, like, just generally speaking, like, just your third eye is really opening, okay? Monday, the moon. So with the moon energy, I think of like intuition. So your intuition is going to be really strong in July. It's time to start like honing in on your spiritual gifts this month, because listen, like that's what I'm saying, like you're going to be seeing a lot. You're going to be seeing a lot of things that you haven't seen before, okay? And maybe it's just like spiritual downloads, generally speaking, that you're going to be like opening up to. Like it's going to be crazy. Like I can just feel it, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, I feel like there is a lot of like visions of the future that you're going to be seeing, dreams, okay? Especially with like the moon. Also like, you know what's crazy? I was just like looking back at like my notes, my spiritual notes, and I was like kind of writing about like you know, Allah and things of that nature, and like how like a lot of what am I trying to say here? How a lot of travelers will look to the moon to guide them along their path. I feel like it's time to really connect with moon energy this month. Like you're bringing things from the shadow into the light. Allowing your intuition to guide you along your path, okay? Because the intuition that you have is the moon. That's connected. Like that's the spiritual representation of your intuition. Allowing your intuition to guide you this month is going to bring forth your manifestations. They're going to arrive with the arrival card. So yeah, I feel like that's I feel like that's the reading. Okay, sorry, I got interrupted. What was I saying? Okay, that's the reading. That was the end of the reading anyways. Thank you guys so much for watching, okay? If you liked this video, subscribe, okay? Hit the like button, okay? Comment down below if it resonated. Also, feel free to donate me a deck with my Throne wishlist link, because I love getting new decks on this channel, okay? And guys, I really want the Venice Witch Oracle. So, like, you know, if you got the money, go ahead and dono, all right? But I'll see you guys very soon. I love you guys so much. Take care and goodbye.